Test. Mic test. Test, mic test. Test, mic test. Okay. Game. Palitan muna natin itsura. Suot ko dito. Wala bang ano? Para... Ito. Pangit. Kaso... Yawn. Tapos yung... Ito... Yan natin lagyan. Yawn. Okay na yan.
Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Could bring them. Revelio. His Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Revelio. Revelio. I should investigate.
Gulong-gulong ba to bago uminom, bago pumasok sa klase? Pero di ako lasinggero, Tiger.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
Wait, ito yung puzzle ng mata. Hindi ko alam paano to.
Lumos.
Paano?
Its line of sight somehow.
Need to break its line of sight. Ano yan? Need to break its line of sight. Oh. Ganun lang pala yun.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this. Seeing like something else altogether.
need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Feels like I've been at this for hours. Matter of crap you are.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read there.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary.
Let's get it.
Dark Wizard. Ang katisobre ng
If I'm
mga dark
translating this
magic.
correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Kagi, ano nangyayari sa camera? Puche. Meron pa? Saan na? Saan na? Ay, wala na pala. Ayun.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Accio.
Revelio. Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Incendio.
Chinese jumping. Defeat an enemy with Chinese jumping.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Quiet. Show yourself. How nice of you. Vegetables, you can't stop us. That's your best. That was meant for me.
Bombardo. Saan ba yung bombardo? Bakit di pa rin gumana?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Chinese jumping cabbage daw eh. Racist eh.
Revelio.
at sneaking about. You'll see.
Incendio! Accio!
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found. Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me on meeting. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Kaya papaikutin mo lang yung dalawang analog hanggang umilaw yung nasa kanan saka nasa kaliwa. Parang nagpipick ka lang ng lock. Ganun.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
A welcome sight indeed. Wala ka namang ginawa, Amit eh. Ha? Wait, saan ako? Ayun.
Someone's here.
Leviosa. Accio. Revelio.
Wait, saan ba? Hindi ko matandaan. Bumalik lang ako eh. Pagkagaling dito, punta ako dito. Ba't pabalik-balik lang ako? Dito. Wait, tama. Ah, wait, bumaba ulit ako. Kala ko mandar na yung mine. Ay, yung elevator. Di pa pala. Oh, gago, nag-teleport si Amit. Ayun.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
Can we please talk about what has happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Gagi, malakas yun ah. Dami pang skills. 6, 3. So 9. 9 plus 12. Dami pa. So 9 plus 12. 21 plus 31. Hanggang level, ano ba to? 50.
I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hello again.
Kausapin natin
Wonderful to
si
see you.
Isko
As before,
Moreno.
I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Ayan, may boom upgrade si Isko Moreno.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Tayo na, parang hinalma to kay Isko Moreno eh, kamukha. Wala eh. Two joints. Paanong mark? Ah, wala eh. Isa-isa lang. Dami pa naman. Lagi napupuno yung inventory ko ng mga kung anong gamit. Wala namang kwenta. Dami ko tuloy pera lagi. Isipin mo, benta ka ng damit, oh. May 200 ka na. Ano nga muna yun?
You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but
You like me to report back with even more flight details.
you know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
Wala eh, dating basurero eh.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Revelio.
Hey, gagi. Napalipad kayo. Takbo siya eh. Oy, mali lang yung spell na napili ko. Lumipad yung kabayo eh. Tayo na, daming animals. Saan na yun? Uy, kumain ka na. Kailangan ko yung feather mo. Ito na.
We should speak with Mr.
Oh,
Bickle's
yeah.
friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's wrath. Meet me near Hogwarts and we will divide it.
Si Astra. Kikita kami ni Astra. Ayaw kumain. Kain.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Nakuha ko na. Ayun yun. Meron dito. Ganun pala dito. Bahala ka nga, ayaw mo kumain. Tingnan natin yung binibreed natin. Ay, tapos na. Nasaan na yung baby? Ayun. Lalaki kaya to? Yung ano, lang, ayun lang oh. Yung ibon, yun lang yung pwede sakyan. Yung ibon na may pakpak. Si Highwing. Ito ang unicorn eh. Bawal. Ba pwede ko i-breed pa dito? Two males, one female. Oh, nasan yung mga animal dito? Gagay, nawala. Ayun. Ayun lang yung pwede sakyan. Itong si Highwing. Neasel fur. Wala pa ako neasel. Kailangan ko kumuha neasel. Hanggang level 2 lang tayo. Crucio.
Revelio. Revelio.
Nasaan? Ano yung logo dun? Ano yung logo dun sa baba? Uy, may Christmas tree na. Ano yung logo dun sa mapa? Wala namang ganun dati ah.
Revelio.
Oh, wala. Ano kaya yun? Ito? Ako sa taas.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ito? Hindi naman to. Ito. Wala.
Revelio.
Andun sa loob. Paano yun? Sabihin pwede ko usapin.
Professor, what can you tell me about your work at the Ministry?
Your curiosity is understandable. Well, although I can't speak in any detail of my work, I can tell you certain interesting facts. Unspeakables work in the Ministry's Department of Mysteries. Dangerous work at times, as you've no doubt guessed.
Yes, Professor.
Now, you needn't concern yourself with my injury. I made peace long ago with the fact that a sprig of dittany, once plucked, will surely begin to wilt.
You do seem to have come to terms with things rather well.
It's a matter of perspective. Without saying more, perhaps whatever time I've lost was an exchange for time gained. And to dwell on such matters is a waste of the days ahead. At this point, no magic permits us to travel back in time. Perhaps one day. Yes, I can tell you that my years at the Ministry were well spent. And I'm as happy to be at Hogwarts now as I was to be in the Department of Mysteries years ago.
If I may, Professor, I'm also happy that you're here at Hogwarts now.
Kind of you to say. Speaking of time, perhaps yours would be best spent honing your defensive wand work.
Yes, Professor.
Yun lang pala yun. Nahanap-hanap ko pa.
Revelio.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Was it what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower. Revelio. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them.
Ano yun?
I can't wait
Nagawa
for
ko
the
na?
headmaster to hear
Nagawa ko
them.
na dati?
I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Lo. Boom.
Nice technique. Accio!
Lamang siya. What the heck? 250. Lalaglag ko yan.
Precisely as planned.
Sagad na ba to? Yan. Nice. Okay, banggain mo yung akin. Ay, di kahit anong score ko, panalo na ako.
Precisely as planned.
Kasi 30-30. Nice.
Nice technique. Wow, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Ay, di pala dito.
Welcome back.
Ay, di tama. Ito pala.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Revelio. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here. Bust the high wing! A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Baba. Baba, uy. Yun.
Revelio. Revelio.
Gagi, nag-swimming.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own.
Ati.
We simply need to know whatever they know.
Reloading.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Dahil nito, no, Nagar.
Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Reloading. Daming kakausapin. Taking them back.
Otto Dibble works at Hogwarts. I should check there. Revelio.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
Revelio! Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert? I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Hello, Hamura.
Revelio.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Revelio. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere.
Gagi, ay tumalun. What the fuck?
Natty's wand.
Hello.
She can cast without it.
Pakidnap na si
She
Nati.
wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Rebellion.
Revelio.
Meron dito.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Anong drill? The heck?
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad. Who's there? How did I get mixed up in this?
It's no jealous. Revelio.
You've nowhere to hide!
Bakit namatay ako? Ang taas ng level. Nagagibos na pala.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out. Suppose it's worth a look.
Hey.
When we're done here, I'm going to...
still hanging up. That's just the beginning.
Gagi, ang kati ng mga kalaban.
She must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Let's be sure I'm not seen.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. They don't seem to care for me in
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
If I'm to think we've seen far worse. Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
It's no jealous. Revelio.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come.
Yeah, okay. Butya, walang kwenta yung mga napupulot.
I shan't be having none of your nonsense. Leave me like that again and you'll soon find yourself with now for poachers at your back.
What the hell was that?
I felt it was.
Naging manok.
Piece of meat pie. I could have been killed running for him. Blasted Rookwood.
Tayo na yung makunat na kalaban, ginawa ko lang manok eh. Ba, saan ba ako pupunta? Ano ba tong lusutan na to?
Revelio.
Wendell Lane. Naliligaw na ako. Saan na ba pupunta? Hype na yan. Yun lang nilusutan ko. Tapos walang kwenta yung gamit. Yun.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Well, if you weren't so forgetful, we'd probably have more, wouldn't we? Can never have too many sacks, my friend. I don't trust Ranrock. I'll tell you. I've used the dark arts several times. Can't understand why more don't. They're remarkable. I know I'm not hearing
Kagi, muntik na yun.
Hey!
Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio.
Aloha Mora.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure.
Ito pala si Isco eh.
My friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
Ba't di ko naman kailangan labanan? Magagi. Level 31.
I think I heard something. Hey!
Something not right here.
The girl's friend won't come looking for her. Too dangerous. It's now time. Stop shot.
Kagi, ba't di nabatay? Alam mo.
Revelio.
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Revelio.
Ay, sumunod.
Somebody out there?
Bakit siya yung sumusunod?
What's that? Better have a look then.
Is that you, Roylance?
Nobody will believe I defeated an Ashwinder by myself.
Oo nga eh. Hype na bonjing yan eh. 2 level lang yung taas sa akin. Sobrang unat agad. Okay na siya. Ito na yun.
An end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Revelio. Fine now, demi-guys.
Okay. Okay na muna yun. Kailangan na magtrabaho. Palit muna tayo ng damit para sa susunod natin laro, iba na forma natin. Ayun. Saan ba yung bago ko na-unlock? Saan yung bago na-unlock? Ito ba yun? Ano ba? Nagigyan naman forma natin. Ayan. Ayan, ang lupit to. Natin o. Okay. GG's na GG's. Okay, ilang hours na tayo. 35 hours.